and today I'm going to do a book review for you guys. This is Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain by Betty Edwards. And this is a drawing book, and you might ask, why would I want to read a book that is not tattoo related? But it is drawing related, and anything you can learn about drawing will help you out in your tattoo career. Now, I recommend that you get your information from anywhere and everywhere you can. Anything that will help you learn how to draw and learn how to tattoo, I say go for it. If you can get a tattoo apprenticeship, I am all for that. If you can't get a tattoo apprenticeship, that doesn't mean that you can't learn how to tattoo and you can't learn how to draw. You just need to find your information on places like the internet and from reading books, and you just need to learn on your own until you can get that apprenticeship. But I wouldn't let something like that hold you back if this is what you really want to do, because you'll be waiting for that opportunity to come along that's never going to come along. During that time, you could have been improving your skills and learning. Some people might not read this book because they might think it might be a little difficult to read, or it's all going to be technical stuff about your brain. But the reason why this will help out tattoo artists to read this book is, yes, it explains how your brain functions when it comes to drawing, but it will help you in certain areas that you could be having troubles with. It will explain to you why it might be better for you to draw something upside down than to draw it the correct way. Because if you see something the correct way, you're going to draw what you think it should be and not draw what it actually is. So if you turn this picture upside down, you will actually focus on the objects and their relationship to each other instead of focusing on the picture as a whole. You'll start looking at where this wrinkle is compared to the eyebrow. This book also helps you learn how to draw hands better by using positive and negative spaces. A lot of tattoo artists have problems drawing hands, and this book also focuses on portrait drawings and drawings of faces. If you try to draw a face, you're going to draw it wrong, because of the way we grow up and the way we look at people. We always focus on the face, and we never really focus on the rear portion of the skull, because that doesn't give us a lot of information. We see someone's face and we pick up who that person is. So as human beings, we focus on that. So when we draw, we tend to draw what we see mentally, which is actually incorrect. So a way to get over that is to draw a face and use proportions to help us draw a face. So there's a lot of good stuff in here for tattoo artists. You can see it's talking about the color wheel here and the value scale, which is also something very important for tattoo artists. So drawing and tattooing aren't always the same. There's some things that are a little different. So that's something important to know. When you're doing a value scale, if you're doing it on darker skin, these in-between tones are not going to show up as well. I'm going to show you a little technique it explains in detail in this book, and it's how to use either a small dowel like this or a pencil to do measurements when you're drawing things. Here is a drawing that I've done, and I did this in 2003. So let me use this to explain how to do this method here, where you're going to look at the relationship of objects on the face and how they relate to each other, and this will help you when you're drawing. If I hold my arm straight out and I measure this eye, I'm going to put my thumb at the end of the eye, and you have to hold your arm straight to make sure you don't move. So if I move from this eye to this eye over here, you can see that this eye is bigger, but if you just looked at it, you might not catch that right off the bat unless you're an experienced artist. There's measurements that you can use while you're drawing that will help you out. There's an eye length between your eyes, so this measurement right here should be the length of this eye, which it is. And if you look at a person's earlobe, it's usually at the base of their nose. How many eyes does it take to make the face? A person's head is typically 5 eyes across. If I come over here, it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason for drawing the line down the middle is that your nose is all in the middle. And if you measure to the eyes, the halfway point to the eyes and the halfway point to the top of the head are the same distance. So to draw that, we have the halfway mark going down and the halfway mark going across. So I recommend this book to everybody, and hopefully you can read it and it will help you out.